Hi, my name is Dr. Daniel Roney. I want to take this opportunity to welcome you to your first visit here at our office. And also, if your significant other is here, I want to take the opportunity to thank them for coming. I know your time is very valuable, but the bottom line that we've learned over many, many years of doing this is that support equals better results. And that's why you're here. So, nonetheless, the purpose of this video, short video today, is just to give you an idea of what you can expect on your first visit. And we'll go through that step by step in just 1 second. Prior to doing that, let me just go over a couple things. At this point, I've directed you towards videos, DVDs, books, resources, what have you. And the ultimate goal for having you doing all that is for you to say to yourself or come to a conclusion that, okay, I see what I've done before, I see what Dr. Roney is trying to do, and I can see the difference. And maybe even I can see that, boy, maybe I understand a little better why I may not have gotten well to this point. Okay? So the information that I've collected over many postgraduate hours of learning the newest science and data on your condition has led me to come up with a lot of these resources so you can see primarily that it's not my information. This information is out there. It's just not being applied properly, unfortunately. Okay? So hopefully you've gotten to that point. If not, no worries. We'll keep working with you in order for you to get to that point. All right, number 2, I want to talk to you briefly about commitment. You've seen on a couple of the forms that we've given you, we're asking you your commitment level. In this healthcare model, you are going to be doing a lot of the work. The analogy I'll use is that I am the navigation, right? Your GPS. You're the driver. All I'm going to do is steer you in the right direction, but you are going to be doing most of the work. And the reason for that is active care is the only way to get better health results. We've done passive care in this country for over 100 years, and we are literally one of the most unhealthiest nations in the world. And that's because we have not been actively participating in our health. And this model anyway is going to have you participate. Now, I'm not going to ask you to do dramatic or drastic changes, but I do want you to understand that that commitment is very, very important. I want to find out, before we even get started, if your health is enough of a priority to move forward. If it's not, it's okay. You may have to take some time to figure that out. But in order for us to move forward, I need you at a no less than a 10 out of a 10. And I'll address that with you if you didn't put that in your intake form. Okay? The final thing I want to talk about, out-of-pocket expenses, so you're fully aware. Most of you, if not all of you, are going to have some form of out-of-pocket expenses. When we're talking about lab testing and nutritional supplements and time, my time, etc., depending on insurance and how severe your condition is, etc., most of you will have out-of-pocket expenses. But I want to tell you, and I'll look you in the eye and let you know that most of you, if not all of you, can afford this care. And here's the caveat: if your health is enough of a priority. Okay? So we have Care Credit. Care Credit is an option where you can finance interest-free up to 18 months. Or you can go up to 24, 36, or 48 months to bring it into a monthly affordable range. Okay? So real quick, I have a patient that makes $12.30 an hour. And she, basically with tears in her eyes, thanked me for having the program available to her. She couldn't afford a one-time fee and get the 10% off. But with $12.30 an hour, she can make an affordable monthly payment. So she's getting well, and she can afford the care. But the key is she was absolutely committed to getting better. Okay? So those of you that are committed to getting better, this office will be affordable to you. Okay? And that's my promise. Okay. So let's move forward as far as what you can expect today. I've already taken the time to look over your history, your labs, any diagnostic studies that you've supplied for me, as well as your intake forms. And I know they were extensive, but they helped me tremendously paint a picture of your health at this point. Some of the things that you have and some of the things that I may have clues now as to what's not been diagnosed at this point. Okay, you've already seen on the video I sent home, for most of you, some of the common threads with these chronic conditions. Okay, those are what I was looking for. So at this point, I have a good idea. What we'll do now is just kind of clean up the history. I'll get an idea of time frames and how long you've been dealing with this, and try to uncover clues as to what else might be going on. We'll also do any testing, whether it's neurological testing, musculoskeletal testing, what have you, in order to check you from head to toe. I don't want to leave any rock unturned, okay? I have the ability, based on my background, to examine a lot of different systems of your body to determine how they're failing or if they are failing, okay? So we'll look you over from head to toe, and it's going to be dependent upon what signs and symptoms you have, what lab work I've already looked at, etc. So it may be different for everybody, but nonetheless it's going to be very thorough based on what I feel you need from a diagnosing standpoint, or an examination standpoint, I should say. Okay? So at the end of this, my goal is to figure out, do I have enough information to put a program together for you? Or some of you I may need to send you out for some labs in order to get some more data. Okay? It's just dependent upon what I have in your file now and what I feel you might need. Okay? So at the end of this, I'll have a good idea for most of you exactly what we need to do. You make your appointment for next visit if you haven't already done that, and we'll go over step by step in detail your commitment, your time, your frequency, your duration, your out-of-pocket expense, etc. But again, if you're committed to this process, the out-of-pocket expense should not be a problem for almost every single one of you. And if it is a problem, then I will work with you on that. Okay? I promise you I will give you everything I've got in order to get you better. Okay? Not many healthcare providers, in my opinion, will go to bat for you as much as I will in order to get you better. But I will say this, I need that in return from you. If we work together on this and we're fully committed, most of my patients do phenomenally well. Okay? So I'll be in just a minute, and we'll start by going into your history in detail, and we'll also answer any questions you have on this short video. Okay? All right, we'll be in just 1 minute.